Okay. So again, I'd like to welcome Natalie back for her third session with us. Natalie this time is going to do a tough interval session. And I'll let Natalie take it away and she can explain to you what the session is, and best of luck with it. It's going to be a hard one. Thanks, Natalie.
Cool. Well, welcome everyone. Like, good job on getting involved. So today we're going to do some interval work within a 3-minute block. So we're going to do 6 3 minutes, but within the 3 minutes, the first one we're going to do 30 seconds sprinting, 2.5 minutes off or paddling. And then we'll move it up to 1 minute sprinting, 2 minutes paddling, then 1.5 minutes sprinting, 1.5 minutes paddling, then 2 minutes sprinting, then 1 minute paddling, then 2.5 minutes sprinting, 30 seconds paddling, and then a 3-minute sprint. So we want to keep the technique and we want to keep like good form as we go throughout the session. So we're going to keep the sprint at about 28 to 30. We're going to try to aim to that rate. And then we're going to do 2 blocks. So we'll have a 5-minute break in between the first set, and then we'll do it again. So when you go from the 30-second sprint, try and hold a split that you can hold for 3 minutes, because you want to be able to have the best sprint for that 3-minute sprint. Yeah, so it's going to be tough, and I'll try my best to keep talking us through it, to keep the good techniques so we can keep focused. But yeah, just really try and hold that split, be tough on yourself, and really give it a good go in the last 3 minutes. So we'll first do a 10-minute warm-up with a couple of bursts, and then we'll set up our screen to be on 3-minute intervals with no rest. But we'll do that once we've done our warm-up. So let's get ready to go. Good stuff. So I'm going to start the warm-up at back stops with arms only. Just really getting in that good posture, first thing off. Squeezing the glutes at the back. Keeping the pressure through the feet. Getting that rhythm going. Going to bring in that body swing. Ready, go. Remember to get the arms away first. Really get that sequence out. That's what's going to help us bring up the rate. Getting good sequence off the back. Keep the glutes engaged. That'll keep the feet against the foot plate. Strong core. Going to bring in the first quarter, so just a small break in the knees. Once the hands are over the knees, keeping that good sequence. Ready, go. Hands moving off the back. Only a small break in the knees. Just quarter slide. Really getting that sequence going. We're not leaning too far back. We're in good range. Really good. Relax the shoulders. I'm going to take it up to half slide. Ready. Now. Really pushing off the foot plate, hanging off the handle. Holding the body as you move forward, not collapsing. Going to move to 3/4 slide. Really focus on that ratio. Accelerate to finish. Smooth coming forward. Pushing off the foot plate, hanging off the handle. Really work on that sequence. You're going to take that into our high rate so we can take that into the boat. Going for full slide. Let's take it to rate 22. Go. Keeping nice and loose in the warm-up. Separate off the back. Hands over the knees. And then they break. Good work. Gonna make sure we're nice and warm before we start the set. Make sure we give it everything from the first 30 seconds. We're going to do a 10-stroke burst at rate 26, just to get used to the rate building. We're going to do it together. We're going to get the rate from pushing off the feet, relaxing to the side. Rate 26. Next stroke. Build. Relax the shoulders. Stay flat. Keep it on the legs. Another 4, 3, 2, and down. Back to 22. Paddle it out for a bit. Really stay focused in the warm-up. Make sure you're ready to tackle the session. Nice and loose. Sitting tall at the finish, not leaning too far back. We're going to do a burst at rate 28. For 10 strokes, keep the form, keep the rhythm. Ready? 28 for 10, go. Loose, either end, hands move. Keep it loose in the shoulders, keep the legs going. 4, 3, 2, and down to 22. Nice and loose. Just keep the legs moving. We're getting nice and warm. We're going to do one more burst of 30. Get ready. There's a short one for 5 strokes. Building. Go. Keep the sequence. Stay on race. Down. Lengthen it out. It should be nice and warm by now. Deep breath. Hanging off. Next stroke. Easy there. Good job. Should be, I'm a bit puffed from that, so you should be nice and warm. I'm going to open a window because otherwise I'll die in here. So everyone else can do the same if they need to. So you really want to get your body ready to work before these sessions. So that's why you do the sprint. Just a couple of bursts to get used to the rhythm in the race and kind of get the legs woken up. That's always really good. You don't want your first set to be a warm-up set. So you want to go in ready to go. Right. Whew. Okay, so we'll set up the screen. So if you just go to intervals and put it on time. And so 3 minutes intervals and no rest. So we're going to do 3 minutes in total, but I'll talk you through the intensity that we're doing for that set. Yeah, so this one's going to be 30 seconds on, between 28 and 30. You choose what you're comfortable to hit, but just make sure that we're staying focused on the technique and we're really giving it a good effort. It's not an easy session, really go for it, but make sure that you're not sacrificing too much technique. So keeping tall at the front, don't collapse forward, keeping solid at the finish, squeezing the glutes, keeping the contact through the foot plate all the way through. We want to be able to take all this erg work onto the water soon. So just keep that in mind and really give it a good go. So the 30 seconds on, we're really going to go for it, and then we're going to paddle it out. If you need to get off, you can do to stretch up, but try and keep it on a nice light paddle so you're not completely stopping after the burst. Right. So 30 seconds on, attention, rate 28 to 30, go. Really push it, get out the gate. Hanging low, through the last. 15 seconds. Off the foot plate. Down. Bring the race right down. Just hit a nice paddle. Keep the technique. Think about what you need to work on. I always need to think about getting straight onto a rhythm when I'm at high rate. You can really get sucked into just wanting to push hard, and that doesn't help if you lose rhythm. So find your rhythm and find your speed through your rhythm. So nice and loose, nice and long. Find your finish point. Find your catch. not overextending on either. Really enjoy pushing yourself. You get a bit of a break each time, so really nail it. But find your technique through the fatigue. So nice and relaxed now. 1 minute to go paddling. And then we're going to have 1 minute of really going for it at rate 28 to 30 with that good technique and rhythm. So I'm on rate 20 here in the breaks. Just find that a nice pace. Just spring off the foot plate. Move the hands off the back. Get ready. We've got about 15 seconds. We're going for 1 minute. We're moving together. Really push it. Ready? Yep. Straight on the race. Loose shoulders. Hands move around either turn. Yep. Use your breath to get that rhythm. Build it up. On the left. Hands away. Heels down. Down. Paddle out. Nice and loose. Hands away first. Really good. Really get that technique in the off minutes. Separate it out. Pushing off the toes. Really good. Really getting stuck into the session. 1.5 minutes on coming up. Really attack it. That's like just over the 250 mark off the start. But we're just doing 28 to 30. So it's like mid-race pace. Really hanging off. Loose shoulders. About 20 seconds. So this is 90 seconds on for the next one. Really hold that split. Get ready. 90 seconds on. Let's go. Straight on the toes. Great study. Still solid at the finish. Still got that separation. So give us rhythm. Long and loose. Keep the shoulders down. Arms straight as long as possible. Hang on. Get that good rhythm. Hold the rate. Move the hands with either end. Loose on the toes. Down. Keep moving. Now we're really going to start working with the break gets shorter. We're really going to keep the form of either end. That will help keep the rate up and keep it efficient so we're not losing power anywhere. Really good work. Stay tough. So now we have 2 minutes of work, 1 minute rest. Really hold that split. Don't let it creep up. Stay on that rate. Don't go above. Don't let it slip down. We're going to do that by springing off the foot plate together. Keep in the legs. Our legs are going to be so strong when we get back on the water. Get ready for that 2 minutes. About 500 meters. Let's really go for it. Yep. Straight onto rhythm. Split for the whole 2 minutes. Staying on that rhythm. Straight off the front, no pausing. Anywhere in the stroke. On the left. Hanging off the handle. Let the legs work. Yeah, very nice. Halfway. 1 minute to go. Stay on that split. Loose. Sitting up. Full finish. Hold the form. Hold the rate. Keep it going to the end. 3. Nice. We're really into it now. Take this minute. Keep paddling nicely. Stretch out. As the sprints get longer, That rhythm is so important. 2 minutes is longer than you think. So really get into that rhythm. We're going to go for 2.5 minutes. Really challenge yourself. You get a 30-second break. So really go for it. It's longer than you think. We're nearly done this set. Good job. Really attack it. Let's go. 2.5 minutes now. On rhythm. Use your breath to find the rhythm. Yeah, on the legs. Shoulders down. Connection through that foot plate. Nice and loose. Yeah. Stay on it. Be tough. Separate off the back. Get back on your breathing. Back on your rhythm. One minute to go. Hang tough. Sit up. Nice and loose. Sit tall. Hands move. Either end. Heels down off the calf. Send it away. Down. Keep it moving. Get ready for that 3-minute sprint. Good job. Nearly done the first set. Really earning our summer racing now. Get ready. 3 minutes. Go. Ready, 28 or 30. On your rhythm. Feel it in your lap from your legs. Good work. Stay on it. Loose. Yeah, bring it off the front. Heading into the last 500. We're sitting up. Send it away. Hands move. Yeah. On your rhythm. Heels down. Move. Strong legs. Stay on right. Stay tall, either end, on your breathing. One minute. Get the average down by springing off the front. Yep. Really hammer this. Get on those legs. Very steady. Keep it moving. Good job. We're gonna paddle it out, take our break. That's the end of the first set. Whew. Just keep it moving for a couple of minutes. That's a really good effort. 3 minutes is a solid amount of time. Good job. That's a decent sprint. Yeah, you can take a drink if you need to. Give it about another 5 minutes or so. It's a really good job, guys. If you have any questions, you can ask me now before the next set if you need to ask anything. But now would be a good time to have a gel if you have one of those. Get some glucose energy in. Yeah, we're halfway and it starts off pretty tame and then gets pretty tough pretty quickly. So just keep the intensity as we go into the second half of the session. It's really good. Whew. How's everyone feeling? Are we okay? We'll give it another 3 minutes there before we tackle the next half of the session. Just got a question here. How do I maintain the contact with the foot plate and really use the legs, have short legs? To be honest, I also have short legs as a rower, so that's no excuse. What I like to do is feel like I'm pushing with my toes. So if you feel like pushing with your heels, you can kind of slip under your pelvis, if that makes sense. So if you think of when you're jumping, you don't necessarily jump using your like your whole foot. Your toes leave the ground last. So I like to keep my toes in contact all the time. If that makes sense. So when you're at back stops, just keep the toes really pushing on the foot plate. And then when you're pushing off the front, in my head, it's all in the toes. But obviously your whole foot is in contact. But if you just mentally think of your toes pushing off, I feel like that's easier to keep it all leg based. I hope that helps. All right. Another minute and a half left. Are there any other questions? This session's harder than I thought, man. Hope everyone else is okay. It's hard to do the talking on their own.
You're doing great, Natalie. Keep it up.
better,
better you than me.
Yeah, I also hope the sound is okay when the fans are going mental, but can't really do.
No, the sound is perfect. We can't hear the fan at all.
Oh, really? Okay. Just hear me really out of breath for no reason. Okay, so let's set up the screen again. I'm just gonna put on the intervals with no break for 3 minutes. Cool. Right, so just the same set again, so starting off with 30 seconds. If you're hovering around the 28 mark for that set, take it up to 30 if you're feeling comfortable. And if you're feeling really comfortable, take it up to 32 if you were around 30 for the last set. So just gonna push it up by about 2 pips, and really get into that sprint zone. The last set, so it should be okay. Right, so 30 seconds on, 2.5 minutes of paddling. Everyone ready? Attention, go. Straight on to rate. And rhythm. Really keeping it in the legs. Loosen the shoulders. Separate off the back. Yep. Paddle it out. Nice 2.5 minutes here. I think my biggest thing when sprinting, especially when it's these varied amounts of time, is just to get straight onto rhythm. If you think about pushing too hard, you can kind of just blow way too easily. But if you think about getting onto that rhythm, you can really push yourself within that rhythm. And that's far more sustainable and way more useful when you're in the boat. So finding that rhythm off the start is going to win you the race in the last 250. So I'm just going to keep that paddle here, keep the body moving, keep the legs awake. Just really getting that finish position, the catch position as we're paddling it out here. Because as we fatigue, those are the first positions to go. Get ready. We're going to have a minute on. Really holding that rate, holding that rhythm. pushing that split. Nice and loose. Don't get tense just before you start. Nice and loose for that rhythm. Ready? 1 minute. Steady, go. Bring off the front. Yeah, straight onto rate. Straight onto rhythm. Loose. Send the legs. Sit up. Strong core. All the way through. Back on the paddle. Really nice. Really take the break. Really separate. Nice and loose. So it's 90 seconds for the next one. We're heading into the fatigue zone as we head to the end of the session. So give yourself one technical pointer you're not going to let fatigue, as well as pushing the split. So I'm going to make sure I keep the separation, because that's the first thing that happens when I get tired is I hit the knees on the way forward. So I'm going to hold my split, and I'm going to keep the separation for 90 seconds. So really challenge yourself as we end the session. What's your technical point? What's your split? And don't let it move. Another 30 seconds. So we really push it for 90 seconds. Really good. Let's get ready. Stay on point. This is going to pay off in a couple of months. 90 seconds. Ready? Go. Bang on to rhythm. Sitting tall. Really good. Stay on your right. Push that split. Yeah. "45 seconds. Hold your split. Hold your technique. Let's go. Loose on the legs. What's that split doing? Keep it down. Stay on right. Yep. Whew. Really good. Should be getting tough. We want to push the limits. We want to get used to working in the pain cave. It's really difficult to do tough sessions at home. That's why we're doing them together. Really good job, guys. Paddle it out. Hold that finish position. Squeeze the glutes. Another 30 seconds until we get to 2 minutes sprinting. We're really going to finish the session strong. 2 minutes is longer than you think, so let's focus on that rhythm. Finding that rhythm together. Get ready. Yep. Straight on the legs. Keep it through the toes. Really nice rhythm. You can sit here all day to bring that split down. Yeah. Loose. Hands move around the back, over the knees before they break. We're sitting tall, no collapsing over the knees. Nice and loose. Really push it. Feel the burn. Ask for more. Yeah. Keep it moving. Stay on the left. Yep. Hang off. Really good. Paddle out. Good job, guys. We're really going into the tough part of the session. Really walking into the pain cave. Make the session worth it. Less than 6 minutes of work to go. So 2.5 minutes. Really push it. Stick on that piece of technique that you're going to work on. Hold that split. Let's go. Ready? Yeah. Straight onto rhythm. Yeah, big rhythm. Gonna take us home. Push on the legs. Nice and loose. Sit tall either end. Stay on race. Hang off. Arms straight as long as you can. Yeah. Yeah. So up. Push it away. Stay on race. Be disciplined. Nice and loose. Stay on that split. Yeah. Move the hand on the left. On rhythm. Yeah. 30 seconds. This is where we make the session worth it. Really push through. Think about that 2K split you're working on. Fight for that split. 3 minutes, mid-race pace. Let's do it together on that rhythm. Ready? Let's go. Yeah. On rhythm. Yeah. Separation makes it easy. On the left. Use your breathing. Set the rhythm. Stay on those feet. Long or short legs. Hold the footplate. Yeah. 500 meters to go. Let's go. Hold the rate. Spin the hand. Loose. Spin it. Yeah. On the toes. Pick up the cat. Hold the rate. Last 30 strokes. Let's go. Yeah. Bring that split down. Yeah. Sit up. Hold the feet. Move the hands. Whatever that split is, take it down 1 step. Let's go. 30 seconds on race. Good job. Let's really paddle that. Good work. Yeah, I see some people really empty their tank. Good job. Just really paddle it for the next 2 minutes. Loosen out those legs. Whew. Really good work. I like to hold the handle with my hands underneath, just when I'm paddling to warm down. Just helps keep my shoulders down, helps me get back onto technique when I'm tired. And that's key when you go back in the water, holding that technique when you're tired. Just want to make it a second nature. Really think about your breathing now when you're cooling down. Fill those lungs up. Get that oxygen flowing. Keep the rate really nice and low here. Just putting my hands back to normal. Just gonna paddle it out for another minute. Good job, everyone. Those last 2 sets really push us. That's where you make the extra gains. You're really holding the form at the finish, at the catch. Our core is going to be so strong after all this time in the erg. And keeping those bits together, being disciplined. Okay, another 3 strokes. Whew. And we are done for the day. Or at least I'm done for the day.
I have to say, well done, Natalie. That was fantastic. Fair play to you.
Cool. If anyone's got any questions or shout.
So guys, if any of you have any questions for Natalie, whether you can, I don't know if you can type at this stage or anything, but or else unmute yourselves and you can ask away. That was a phenomenal session. So whilst any of you are typing or if any of you have any questions, I just want to announce the spot prize winner. And in fairness, I could have picked 20 people for a spot prize winner tonight. You all worked really, really hard. But Emily Weston. So Emily, if you want to send me on your details, if you reply to the Get Going, Get Rowing email that sent you the link, you can just send down your address and your phone number and we'll get you Kinetica spot prize. So guys, if any of you have any questions for Natalie.
Could I just ask, what are the splits supposed to be at the rest?
When you're resting, so it really doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So it's not meant to be UT2 or anything in between. It's just to keep moving. So you could even, like in the longer breaks, you could get up and stretch and stuff, but I think it's better to just stay really low rate, really low splits just to keep moving and get used to keeping your form.
Okay, thank you.
Good job, everyone.
That's it. Everyone now wants to go and get a bit of food into them, get a bit of hydration. So again, Natalie, thank you so much. I see Julian is already eating his food there. Thank you very much again, Natalie. That was a savage session. And just a reminder, guys, we have Claire Lamb tomorrow at 4 o'clock for a core session. So again, thanks Natalie, thanks everyone for joining in, and we will see you tomorrow.
Yeah, well done, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye,
Thank you.
thanks.
Thank you.
Bye.
Well done, Natalie. Brilliant.
Thanks.
I'd say you're wrecked after that.
Yeah, talking and rowing, man. Didn't realize.
I know, I can imagine. I can imagine. Come on, go
keep
take a
going
break.
towards the end.
Go
Don't
relax
stop.
and have a shower and get some food into you yourself.
Okay, yeah. See you. Bye.
All right, we'll talk to you soon.